never know what to say when I start. How's it going? Okay, so I want to show you guys a new way that I'm going to try budgeting as far as the spreadsheet goes. So October did not go so well for our budget. We just didn't stick to it very well. A lot of things came up, and I've been kind of disappointed about it. And I don't really know why I'm doing this. I'm trying a new way of budgeting, and I don't think that it's more reasonable. I showed Jared and we talked about it, and he thinks it's more understandable. And also, I've had a lot of people in the past month, they started doing a budget and they asked me for help, and I guess they were doing it the way I was doing it as far as the spreadsheet goes. One of my friends, we talked on the phone, and I had to kind of walk her through it, through each cell. And the formulas and stuff, a lot of people I don't think know how to do the formulas, so I'm going to share that also. And this way just seems more easy to understand and reasonable. So this is the way that I'm going to attempt to do our November budget. So let me show you. Okay, first off, let me just say I want to use real numbers in here, but these are not our real numbers, okay? This is not how much we make, and this is not really how much our bills and stuff are, okay? But I think I'm basically left our envelope totals what they really are, just because I don't mind sharing what our envelopes are. I know that's helpful to people, especially when they're starting out. Okay, Jared and I get paid every other week, and it's on separate weeks, so we have paychecks that come in every Thursday or Friday. So our new budget is going to start on the 31st, and I'm going to get paid. Now, let's just say that we do tithe. That's the first thing that's going to come out. Okay, all these are bills, and then these are our envelopes. So our electricity, our daycare, and my phone bill is due between the 31st and between the 6th. Our mortgage is due on the 1st, but a while back, obviously, $1,000, that would have taken up my whole paycheck. So I went up to the bank and I asked them, it was automatically being deducted, and I asked them if I could change the due date, and they said no, but that we have until the 15th before it's late. So I took it off the auto deduct thing, and I just go in the next week and pay it on my own. Okay, so those are the only bills due that week. And then, of course, we have to eat and have gas and a little bit of personal money. And, okay, keep in mind, while I'm making our budget, I keep open a calendar of everything that we have going on this month. That way I'll know, like we don't have any birthday parties or any baby showers or anything this week, so I don't need to fill the gift envelope yet. So I'm just going to fill these up. $100 for myself. I do not usually keep that much for myself, but like I'm getting a haircut this week, and that's how I pay for my haircut, is out of my personal envelope. And then like I'm going to a jewelry party, so I'm going to go ahead and give myself $100 this month. Jared, like we've talked about before, he's the spender, so he does get more than me. We worked it out, and that's what works best for us. But yeah, and restaurants, I mean, we usually go out to eat on the weekend. I'm sure we don't need $80, but hopefully that will be enough for 2 weeks. So yes, okay, after I get paid, and then we pay all these, we should have $60 left in our account. I don't want it to be zero. I want to leave a little bit. It could be less than 60, but we're going to go ahead and leave it at that. I mean, well, technically these aren't our real numbers, so whatever. Anyways, okay, so if you don't know, to get this number, the formula that you would use, you put the equal sign, and then you can either click on the B2, whatever your paycheck is, or you can just type in B2, and then you're going to put minus the sum of all these. Okay, so see, equals B2. Oh wait, look, okay. So if you have a formula somewhere, if you want to double click it, it will show you B2, it's marked in blue, minus the sum of all these. After you double click it, you're going to need to hit enter to get out of that. Because if you double click it and you click somewhere else, wait. Oh, I guess it worked okay. Sometimes it can be confusing, but if you double click it, just hit enter to get out of there and not mess it up. Alright, so there's week 1. The second week, Jared's going to get paid. We take some out for our church. We like to pay in cash. I don't know why. We just do. Okay, then we got to pay daycare. Then I pay our mortgage, our AT&T bill or our cable bill, our water, and then Atmos. And then this should be enough for groceries for the first 2 weeks, so I'm going to get out some more for gas. We've never taken cash out for gas, but I'm considering doing that this month, or I'm thinking like maybe just on each payday we each put $25 worth of gas in our car or something like that. Okay, I don't think, if we need to, obviously we have this much left over, then we can take more out for whatever we need to. But gifts, this week we have a baby shower to go to, and it's my grandpa's birthday. I don't know why I have 100. I don't think we'll need 100 for November, but so I might change that to just like 50 or something. Okay, so after the second week, you take the cash out that you need, you pay the bills that you gotta pay. We should have 305 left over. So on this one, I have it set up to where it is what was left over from the first week plus Jared's paycheck minus all this. That's where that 305 comes from. Okay, so you see the formula? C2 plus B20 minus sum, and you can literally, you just type in sum, put the parentheses, and then you can either type in C3, the colon means C3 through C20. You can type that in, or you can, let me show you. Let's see what happens. Minus sum, put the parentheses, and then you can highlight all this and see how it, let go. Go ahead and put in your close parentheses and hit enter. 305. Okay. Alrighty, on the third week, I'll get paid. We paid church, we gotta pay daycare. We're gonna pay Jared's phone, JoJo's savings. I know that you're not supposed to be saving while you're getting out of debt, but there's a whole nother story behind that. It's just a little bit. We gotta pay our Netflix, and then I'm gonna take money out for groceries again, for gas. I'm gonna give Jared the rest of his money, and I'll get a little bit left if I need it. We'll take out some more for eating out, and this one is gonna be the same as the other one. It includes that plus paycheck minus all our bills and checks. Okay, and then the last week we get Jared's check. We just have church, daycare, and our car insurance, and a little bit more for gas. And so these are just kind of sinking funds, I guess. I mean, Christmas is medical, you know, we just use that as we need it throughout the year. So at the end of the month, we should have at least $2,000 left over. This right here is a I do a thing at work where I have a certain amount taken out of my paycheck before taxes, and it goes into another account. It's for daycare to help you save money on taxes or whatever, I don't know. But then at the end of the month, I have our babysitter sign some papers and I fax it in, and I can get that money back. So if you have something similar to that, if you have extra money come in somehow, you could include that in this total. It includes what we have left over, plus our last paycheck, plus this one, minus all this. See, there's the formula if you need it. And that gives you the total amount at the end of the month that we should be able to pay towards our debt. If you guys don't know, we are working on our very last student loan. That's the only debt that we have left. That's why we are able to just make one big payment at the end of each month. You know, if we had our car payment due this week, we'd be paying the minimum, and then say we had a credit card due this week, we'd pay the minimum, plus if you did this way, you'd be able to see that you could also pay whatever's left over, and that would be the one you're working on your debt snowball, if that makes sense. But this is how we are doing it, because we're on the last leg of our journey. And I put these on the side. These also have formulas in them, because you can do this first if you know how much you want in your envelopes. I just put that on the side so that I'll know that these add up to that. So that's the formula for that one. Equals sum, double click, equals sum of all the grocery ones. Okay, and then if you want to do it that way, you can put that formula in there, and you don't have to do it for each one. You can put the formula in there and then drag it down, and it will copy that formula into all the cells. That one. See, that's what I meant earlier. If you don't hit enter and you click on another cell, it like puts it in there for you. So, and then it gets all confusing. So I hit enter. Okay guys, there you have it. You get to start this new way of budgeting with me and hold me accountable and let me know what you think. And I will definitely let you guys know how it goes. If you've never done a budget, I definitely encourage you to sit down, write out your finances and everything this way. And I mean, I don't know how anybody could do this and see that number and not be encouraged to be doing something with all that extra money instead of blowing it. You know, whether you need to save it or pay something off, that's just a lot of money that if we didn't have a budget, we would be blowing it on crap.